Hi friends, today I'm going to talk about most interesting activities for basic level learners. What kind of basic level learning is to be concentrated when learners do not have any idea of basics of vocabulary, basics of syntax, and they're from town medium background, then it is our duty to come to terms with this glaring reality. Mostly it's regional medium students who don't have any idea of how to make use of the language in the classroom or even outside the classroom, or they don't know to socialize using the target language. And they are unaware of the spelling system of the language or the phonetic system of the language. So, on such occasions, how do we create hope and enthusiasm among the learners to make sure that learning takes place quite easily, smoothly, that they could talk to people, they can understand so easily with whatever is being given to them or instructed, uh, or rather, even what is possibly provided to make them comprehend. This is absolutely very essential for all of us as teachers, because we do understand that there are occasions when we don't really reach out to our students because they don't understand whatever we have said, right? So they can't decipher it, they don't get what we say. Maybe it is also an age of distraction. We live in an age of distraction. There are continuous media distractions, or what you call social media distractions. And children, most of them are unaware of this kind of distraction that takes place because their focus, or rather, the attention, that they don't pay attention at all on what is being said sometimes. So, the primary responsibility of a learner is to make sure that he or she pays attention. But for a teacher, it's very important to increase the span of attention of his or her learners. So how does a teacher do that? How does a teacher do such a thing so easily? So creating learning interest and learner interest will be the best thing that we can always hope for. If you could provide an activity oriented learning, activity based learning, then that would create a, a convivial atmosphere, an atmosphere where learning can take place so easily without much of obstacles, or rather uh, difficulties or challenges that learners could possibly otherwise face. But most of the learners are unaware of these problems. They don't really have any idea of how to come to terms with these learning challenges. Or there could be a discrete veil which prevails between the learner and the teacher in terms of exchanging the critical information related to learning blocks, or that there is no process of you know eradicating these mind blocks, or there is a need for psychological counseling. Sometimes these mind blocks could easily be overcome with counseling, with a series of learning solutions. So I always say, create a compendium of learning solutions for our learners. Otherwise, learners cannot do the best. So it's our responsibility to create a compendium of learning solutions for our learners. And how do we come to terms with it? We can come to terms with it only when we have a specific roadmap for the learner's target learning. So for everyone, we need to customize, personalize the learning process, and we'll have to create simple, easy tasks every day. A series of tasks could possibly lead to a target. For example, somebody doesn't know spelling, okay? He or she doesn't know the spelling of complex words. How do you go about it? You start with easy words, okay? You start with easy words, 4-letter words, 5-letter words, 3-letter words, and then three-letter, four-letter, five-letter. Then slowly you take them to abstract vocabulary with a wide range of meaning, and vocabulary used at this B1 level and B2 level, and then you go to C1, C2 level, etc. But you are expected to categorize vocabulary. And for basic learners, translation is very important. You can't really go out, all the time from the text to translate. That's what majority of the teachers or teacher educators would say. But I would differ with them and say, when the situation demands, when you have to really, create an atmosphere of intelligibility, understanding, so positive orientation of the learners could be the best thing that we can think all the time. So I would say those who are struggling to understand, those people need to have some kind of a bilingual dictionaries for them, so they can refer to those dictionaries. I had, an experience of training Chinese students. So most of them don't really understand the Cambridge Advanced Learners Dictionary, but I asked them to refer to Oxford Elementary Learners Dictionary, and then they were not really confident. Then at that time, first I asked them to refer to the bilingual dictionary, and they could check the meanings of the words in Mandarin, and then come back and check the meanings in, in Cambridge Advanced Learners Dictionary or Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary or Webster's Dictionary. For that, we need to really train them. In fact, I would love to train those people on how to refer a word, how to look at a dictionary, what are the varieties of dictionaries available. Yeah, that's really important. If you don't really help them to understand Oxford Collocations Dictionary, or or Cambridge Dictionary of Phrasal Verbs, Cambridge Dictionary of Idioms, right? Then they don't really get to know about all these. So create a list of reference books for each of those people, right? And maximize their learning interest, their learning efficiency, learning pace. Customize your learning solutions in accordance with their learning. That is the best way out for learners to learn the basics of any language, especially the English language. And learning grammar, many people tell me, well, it's very difficult to teach grammar. It becomes very serious process. We need to really say several times, and we don't really understand why they make the same errors. They make errors, or rather, they try to comprehend, and they don't really comprehend, or they have a sense of emergency to internalize a rule, and sometimes they do that, right? So there are postgraduates who don't understand the basics of tenses. I've found some of them who can't really communicate effectively. They've done their post-graduation in English. Or sometimes I find people with doctoral degrees who cannot speak in English for at least 10 minutes. And they've got the doctoral degrees. And this is the real challenge that we face. This is a glaring reality. So what is the solution? Solution is give them practical opportunities of learning. Give them a chance to speak in the classroom or write in the classroom. Ask them to speak at least for a minute a day. It's very important. Every day you have to have a minute a day program, right? You may even provide them opportunities to record their speeches and tell them. So that's very important. And maybe they can stand up before the entire class and speak and overcome their diffidencies or fear. And many people have this habit of stage fear. That could be also overcome if you have a kind of a debating society or discussion forum where these people can come and discuss things regularly. So you have to create an atmosphere where collaborative learning can take place and participative learning could be encouraged. Only when you encourage participative learning, collaborative learning, interactive learning, then there is a real scope for people to empower themselves individually. And there should be customized learning solutions for each of those learners. So the number of people in your classroom matters a lot. You cannot have 25 people or 30 people. Instead, you can have 10 people. So 1:10, one trainer with 10 trainees could be an ideal setup for us to create that change. And it would be a great success if we can pay individual attention, understand the learner's personality, and learner's learning challenges, and learner's learning background, the past achievements of the learner, and the future learning goals of the learner, etc. So that's my perspective. With the next video, I'll try to give you something more. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Enjoy your day. If you want to know more about me, visit me at www.poetmangalaprathaban.blogspot.com. That is www.poetmangalaprathaban.blogspot.com. You can also subscribe to this channel. Please promote this channel, subscribe it, and ensure if you have any feedback, share that with me. Wish you all success. Bye bye. See you.